Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Level Up with Raman and Alysha. Minus Alicia today. Alicia is not feeling too well, so we did mention that we'll be having a guest on our podcast at least once a month now from our April podcast month that we enjoyed so much. So on today's episode, we have a guest that you guys are familiar with. It's my sister-in-law slash sister Karen.
Hey, hello everyone.
Thank you for being a part of our podcast and filling in Alicia today.
No worries. Anytime.
So, on today's podcast, we'll be talking about what you don't see behind the business. With me having the event planning and the decor business for a number of years, and you having a hair and makeup business,
Yep.
we've had our share of clients, and there's some good clients. And we would love to say that every client is a good client, but no, there are some difficult clients, or just there might be just I feel like things that people just don't know or understand what we do.
I think they just like judge you or like
Yeah,
just get the idea of like going in and coming out with the money.
yeah,
That's it. Not
yeah.
looking at the things we do afterwards or before going in
Before,
with it.
during, and after.
After.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. I feel like when people are booking us, it's basically just about the money, right? Like the main thing is the money.
Yeah.
I think one thing you and I can both agree on is that people gravitate towards whoever they can get the best price from,
Yeah.
right?
Like we understand that it's a business, they can go around and shop, but they can't expect someone who is charging like suppose $60 and someone who charging for 120. They can't expect the same service for someone who charges 60.
Exactly.
Like they go tell to someone, they always go to the one who charges less
Yeah.
but wants the full grade high service,
Yes.
who provides the one who pays one, like who charges
Yeah.
$120.
I saw this makeup artist post this Instagram meme. I
Yeah.
think you've seen it before too, and it's like two pictures side by side, and it's like when people say they want party makeup and what party makeup looks like, but then the picture that they show they
Show
want
is
is like
different.
this beautiful glammed out photo. Like guys, party makeup is not wedding makeup. Like
Honestly, I'm just gonna share like our personal experience. Like it's
yeah.
from the business from like 7 years. Like what things, like what kind of people we met so far, and
Yeah.
then the experience, and then what are the other costs, like why we charge more. Like it's every business person. It's not only going to provide a service for an hour and charging like $20
Yeah.
and come back, because there is
Yeah.
a lot afterwards, or like we do
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we can both agree that people think we just show up and magic happens and then we leave and that's
no.
about it, which is
Yeah.
not the case. So, I mean, I'll kind of speak about my decor and then maybe you can kind of give some examples of
Of my
your
business.
hair
Yeah.
and makeup. I mean, for me, especially, I feel like I've heard it before. People are it's just draping. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's just draping.
Yeah.
Like can you charge lower? And it's like no, it's not just draping. If it was just draping, go buy your own drapes and then do it yourself, right? And it's
Yeah.
not that easy. People do forget about the equipment that we use, all the money that goes into it, and all the hours of work that goes
Yeah.
before we even get there.
Yeah.
Um,
Packing up everything,
uh-huh.
and then even going looking for the specific color they
Mhm.
want. Like we go to
Yeah.
stores and check it out.
Absolutely. We don't always have the fabric color. We're spending that money. We're sourcing for those colors. We're
We don't
getting
even
florals
know.
made.
Yeah,
The
custom
hours and
ones.
hours of time it takes to iron the fabric,
Yeah.
depending on how big the event is, it takes hours of time prepping all the stuff beforehand. It's not
Yeah.
like we just pick it up and we go there and set it up and bada bing, bada boom. Especially for weddings. Like weddings, usually if I have like a wedding on the weekend, you've seen me the entire week. I'm doing like little by little throughout the
All
week.
work, and then you go set it up, and then
Yeah.
take it off when everything is
Yeah.
done, bringing it at home, unpacking, putting it back.
Yeah.
And then we don't even know the, like when we get, like we know the normal color we use, but some, like all clients are different. So someone can say like, okay, we only want to go with this specific color, and we don't even know if in future we're gonna use it or not. Sometimes it just go to the base, like it just go to the base.
100%. I do have fabrics that I've probably only used once.
Once.
I definitely, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
I can think of so many on the top of my head because yesterday I was organizing the
Yeah.
basement. There were so many that I was like, but then I don't want to also throw them away because you just never know when you might need them again. It might be like a year from now, or a week from now, or 10
And
years
you
from
need
now.
storage. That's the another expense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's not only going there
Mm-hmm.
and putting like 2 poles and then do the draping and come back. Like
Yeah.
there is a storage expense.
Yeah.
Like we don't have
U-Haul, like
the
we
U-Haul.
rent
Yeah.
U-Haul, trucking, labor people. It's not just free labor, you know, we are paying people to help
Yeah.
out as well. Setup, coordination with the banquet hall, coordination in terms of like design. So, I mean, beforehand, before setting up, whether it's a small backdrop or a big backdrop, you know, there is a lot of work that goes into it. And I think people do definitely underestimate the number of hours that go into it. They just see the work, but they don't
They just,
realize.
you know what? It's always easier to just post a picture and
Yes.
show what we do.
Yes.
It looks like, oh, this looks beautiful, and go like it and save it.
You're absolutely right, Karen. People just see an Instagram photo and, you know, think that, oh, okay,
They
like,
just press it, just press the like button and save it. Be like,
yeah,
okay, we want this.
yeah.
And then how much did you charge? If you say like 700, then they're gonna be like, that's a lot. But
Oh, yeah. I told you about the person that messaged me the other day. Somebody messaged me saying, I would like a couple of backdrops, plural. And right now, people are not getting really big backdrops because they're having smaller events. So they're having
yeah,
like house backdrops, which start at 300. So I was
yeah,
like, okay, you know, please can you provide more details? Because just saying, guys, just saying like I need decor, what what type of decor? Like
yeah.
what do you need? Like, you know, if you don't have an idea, say I don't know exactly what I need your help. But saying I need decor doesn't really, and then they'll be like, I need decor, how much will it cost? Like decor has different prices for everything you
Everything
get.
you get. Yeah.
So when I told this girl that, you know, it's $300 for backdrops, like for home sizes starting, and she was like, oh, that's my budget for the whole thing. And I was like, okay, good luck finding somebody because, you know, my price is still pretty competitive compared to other people. I do know other people that do charge more for decor, and that's completely okay.
You
Those
know,
people work full time, so they
yeah.
do have different, you know, price points and stuff too, which is completely okay.
You know what, Roman? What I see is, okay, suppose if person is doing it as a part time, um, it's gonna they're gonna always charge less. The
Mm-hmm.
reason is, first of all, if someone is doing it for full time, they're gonna have a full storage. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be full time work.
Yeah.
But they only gonna go for 2 hours, 3 hours just to set it up. But the extra work they do for the whole week,
Yeah.
and they will always charge more
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
they have to pay for their expense,
Storage.
they have to pay for their car insurance, for house mortgages,
Mm.
for, and that's their full-time business.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely people just like, they just annoy me sometimes. I mean, you have the good clients that, and this is, I
Oh,
mean, there
yeah,
are good clients.
there are.
There are.
They
And
understand. You know what? Whoever are in the business, they've been through it. I think they feel it.
yes, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
That and you and I have changed ever since we had a business.
business.
I
Yeah,
think before you and I owned a business, we would also be like, oh, let me get the best price, or you know,
remember
but
even the time we got the decoration done, the time
yeah,
you
yeah,
started the
yeah,
business, we're like, oh, it's a good business. Like, you
yeah,
know, for night you pay 1100,
yeah.
you come set it up and go.
It seemed like such a
Such
easy
a job.
now, like 5 years later, I'm
Later,
like
yeah.
so much work. And I remember talking to somebody that like was in the decor business at that
Yeah.
time, and I just called to ask for advice, and then I remember him telling me that it is a lot of work. You do have to go in the middle of the night and pick up decor. You have to hire people. You have to prep stuff. You need a truck. You need this. And I remember, but I remember thinking at the time, like, oh, doesn't look like it looks easy, right?
Yeah.
But like, and I guess that's what it looks like to other people, right? It just looks easy. But I think you and I can both agree that ever since we have started owning a business, we understand people's pricings better.
Yeah.
We're not really going to be like, oh no, I need to pay like nothing because we understand that people have to make their profit too, right?
You know what? It's not only like whatever we make, it's not our profit. Like we don't put it into
Mm-hmm.
into our pocket.
Yeah.
It's the product,
Mm-hmm.
the service, the labor,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have to pay for our, like on top of it, it's gonna be profit. Maybe like whatever we make, 80% goes to our expense,
Yeah.
and we only keep 20% to pay our personal things.
Yeah.
You know, like to,
Absolutely.
So even for my makeup business, you have to go to the school
Yeah.
for sure. Like it's you go and I remember you we used to drive to the fashion shows just to get the
Yes.
experience.
Yes. Yeah.
And then now, like now, if I charge 120, we see it. Remember the 2 years we used to go drive to downtown,
Yeah.
do all the fashion shows just to
For
get the
free.
experience and for
free,
free.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just to get the experience and to like how to work on face, different face, and what to do, different kind of hairs. It's not only mannequins we have at home and do it.
Yeah.
Like we used to go and then get the pictures for our portfolio, and we did not even charge them. We just want people just to
Yeah.
build up the portfolio.
Yeah.
And then we finally started charging people once we know that like we're good.
But even when you started charging, Karen, I remember you did start charging really low at the beginning,
Yeah.
but it was like what you said, the amount that you pay is going to be relative to like your
experience as well, and
experience
also
and
the
your
time I
style.
started up. That time, what was the like what's the real thing? Suppose like remember I always tell you that we used to work for like suppose $20 an hour. When we feel that we're gonna make $60 just doing the makeup, and we've been through school, and we like for going for a 9 to 5 job,
Yeah.
we were in school and then
Yeah.
universities for 17, 18 years,
Yeah.
and then finally found a job who pays $20.
Yeah.
So even for a year makeup and hair course, and you go out make $60, you feel like it's a lot.
Yeah.
But once you start doing it,
Yeah.
and you feel like you just want to do this full time, you feel like it's not worth going for $60.
Yeah.
It just your experience, the time, your expenses, you upgrade your kits, and makeup is expensive.
Makeup is so expensive.
Even a single palette in my kit is like $60 to $70.
Yeah.
Like all those like high brands, because
Yeah.
though like you can tell the difference after.
And
Like
Karen has all the makeup, like literally all the brands high end, because as a makeup artist, you do have to stay up to date
Yeah.
with the trends, like, and the blushes and the palettes and the styles.
And I feel like it's a girl's problem. We makeup artists just go buy something if we like, and I think we only use it once.
Yeah, you're right.
There are some palettes and makeup we only use it once.
Yeah.
And they're there, and then we're gonna end up throwing it.
And makeup expires,
Makeup
right?
expi-
So you're
Whoever don't know, makeup expires. Even
Yeah.
for the foundation, they said only use it for a year.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
foundation you need to buy in every single color.
Every single.
I feel
color.
like you probably have like $10,000 worth of just makeup.
And we don't see it. Like
Yeah.
the clients who judge you or whatever, underestimate you, they don't see it.
They just think, oh, I want to get, like, it's just makeup, like, I can get it done, but not realizing that this is your income. This is your
Yeah.
source of living.
Another example, Raman, I want to come up with. So I don't know if you ever had an experience. I had an experience where people say, oh, how much do you charge if we bring our own makeup?
Oh my God.
And one person, I saw this meme on the internet. They're like, she was the makeup artist. She's like,
Yeah.
people say, oh, how much do you charge if we bring our own makeup? She's like, I would just want to say, if you go to a restaurant, what are you going to say? What if we got our own ingredients, and can you cook the food, and how much do you charge for the food? It doesn't make sense.
That. I love that. I love that.
You know,
my
like
God.
if we go and then we take our own ingredients, say like,
Yeah.
here are our ingredients, and now cook the food for us.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
I have had somebody tell me that before, that like, oh, if we give you our own like draping or blah blah blah, like, can you set it up? I'm like, no, I still need to bring my own stands. I still need to bring my own stuff. Like, I'm not just gonna come and decorate your wall, because they're thinking like, oh, then she'll be able to do it for like $100 because all she's doing is like putting up our own stuff. Like, no, that's not how
That's
it
our
works.
businesses, right?
Yeah.
Like if we started doing those things for I understand the people who have allergies, they bring their product,
Okay.
like who recommend by doctors and stuff. I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind using
Yeah.
it. But the people who just want to bring up everything and want the full makeup look, and then even some people, they're like, oh, what if we bring up our own eyelashes, but we still have to use the glue. But I understand that they bring, because
Yeah.
sometimes they have it, so it's easier.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, like you're going to the restaurant, taking all your ingredients with you and saying like, cook for us.
Yeah. You know what? I made that mistake before, because in the decorating business, like obviously I have the stage and everything, and I think I used to go a little too above and beyond for my
Yeah.
clients. So they would have stuff like gift favors, right?
Yeah.
Like to put on all chairs. And then so that happened a couple of times, like gift favors, and then centerpieces. So like, okay, we have centerpieces. Can you just set them up? In my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, fine.
It's for sure. Yeah.
But then I don't know if you remember that wedding that I had you come and help me with. It was like a 900 people wedding. So there are like 90 tables. And now I have the people that I've hired
Yeah.
spending an hour putting out these gift favors on all like 900 seats. So that was labor that came out of my pocket, right? And then even with centerpieces, I had that same issue where the couple like brought their own centerpieces, and or
They
like
want.
even like it was like, and then one wedding like I had in a tent, it was like I ended up setting up all the chairs and the tables and stuff, and I was like, why am I doing this? So now I have learned from my lessons. So
Yeah.
when people say they have their own centerpieces or they have gift favors, um I will agree to set them up, but I
Yeah.
will charge them for labor.
Yeah. You know what? I even wanna say this as well. So in the beginning, when we are starting up the business, it takes almost a year to find out about our cost, how much we should charge.
Yeah.
Like it takes almost a year to figure everything out.
Yeah.
Our experience, like we learn from every client. I always do favors for those clients who are
We're
like, who
good.
don't question.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just so nice, and
Yeah.
you're like, it's okay, we'll do it, you know.
Yeah.
And then the person who questioned like million times, and you want to do something for them, you're like, no, this is all it is.
100%.
And we do extra for
Yes.
the people who are with
People.
everyone. I think
People.
everyone in the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to hear this, everybody out there. If you are a complainer, like one of those nitpicking clients that are only paying like $100, but you want the $600 service, and you're just being like, I'm sorry, there are annoying clients out there, but if you're just being the most annoying client, like there's nothing inside of us that makes us want to do extra for you. But when we have a client that like
They're like, just have the backup, do whatever you guys want to do. We
that
do
are nice,
yeah.
patient, we have gone above and
Above,
beyond.
yeah.
I have taken extra decor to set up that they did not pay for. I have taken.
We don't even mind.
Yeah,
It makes
and
you
we don't
so
mind.
happy.
And then it makes us so happy
Yeah.
because they're happy for the extra
Yeah.
decor or extra
I
services that we
remember
done.
providing services, and I'm like, I don't care. That's it. Just do it.
Yeah.
And then it just makes you so happy.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that you like what you're doing, and then people like in front of you are like amazing, appreciating everything. It's just nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's the people that, are the good clients, and it just naturally makes us want to go above and beyond for them. And when we do go above and beyond for them, we definitely see the appreciation versus those clients that are nitpicky, that I feel like, what's the point of going above and beyond for them when if they can't even they're complaining about like this price, this stuff already, like, am I going to want to kind of like go above and beyond and extra for you? No, probably most likely not, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that brings us to like clients that are, I don't want to say annoying, but I already called them annoying. So, clients that are nitpicky, or clients that are like, like obviously with COVID and everything, there have been a lot of like cancellations and stuff like that. A lot of
oh, you know what? Another thing, Raman, I want to come up with the deposit.
Yes. So getting to that one right now.
Yeah.
So with COVID and all, obviously there have been a lot of cancellations. All the weddings are getting moved. It hasn't been just difficult for the bride and groom. It's been very difficult for the vendors as well. And I do think as vendors, we have been so accommodating. I know my clients have told me that, like, thank you just so much for being understanding.
Yeah. Even I honestly, whatever the bookings I had last year, I postpone. I'm like, first I started to be like within a year, but COVID is still there. So I don't care. I'm like, whatever, whenever. Yeah. As long as the date is available. That's the another thing. That's why we always keep the deposit.
Yeah.
Like there are some people who ask last minute, like now it's COVID. I don't wanna like consider this as to be part of our deposit thing.
Yeah.
But usually you like get 40% because we book a date and time for them.
Yeah.
So after they book, give the deposit, we keep the gate for them, whoever is coming, we say no.
Exactly.
At the last minute, if they're canceling it, that's why deposit is non-refundable, because they can't expect for us to return it when we said no to 5 people.
Exactly.
This is why we keep deposit.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't even understand why people ask for, like, why is a deposit non-refundable? What else would be the purpose of a deposit? You know what I mean?
We do contract. What if we say, oh, like if we have $100 booking, and someone coming up later on with $2,000, we'll stick to $100 booking, because that's the contract between
Exactly.
Between client and you, right?
Exactly.
So we'll stick to the $100 and leave the 2,000 booking. And on the same spot, the person who paid $100 and he's saying, I wanna cancel it. Give me my $100 back.
Yeah.
What about the booking we refused?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? This is our full-time business. We didn't refuse a 2,000 booking for your we did refuse a 2,000 booking for your $100, but we are still stick to this.
Yeah.
That we have a contract.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't even understand, Karen, why people.
Me too.
The deposit is there for the business, right?
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, reserve the stake for me. Oh, now I can cancel it whenever I want. No, the deposit is there so that doesn't become the norm. If we didn't hold true to our deposit, then everybody would be canceling whenever they want. They'd be like, oh, now I got a better price with this person. Let me just cancel with this person. Like, people, we run a business, right? Like, we have to hold true to our deposit. If we don't stand with our contract, then what is the value of our contract? What is the value of that deposit if we can't, like, stick to it, right?
Yeah, but there are some, like, times, I would say, like, there are so many cases, if there's any emergency, they have to come. I do like I do work with it. Like, suppose if I have an emergency, like, I hope, luckily it never happened.
Yeah.
Hopefully it never happened in the future. But one time, my client, she was expecting a baby, so she booked me for the baby shower. But all of a sudden, something happened. She was unable to do it, like a miscarriage or something.
Oh, no.
I'm like, it's okay, I will return it. Like, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, there are some emergencies or things come up. People are already, like, you just feel that it's okay. Like, that's fine. You know what I mean? But not all the time.
Not all the time.
All the time.
One time I
Here
had
and
a banquet hall that I set up for the reception.
Yeah.
And then the wedding got canceled.
Oh.
But, like, it was already set up, and, like, everything, like, backdrop, everything, and obviously, like, she didn't ask me for a refund because literally it's set up, right?
Yeah.
But I felt so bad, and I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, let me know if there's anything I can do for you in the future. But I mean, you know what? And it's like, whether it's a family or friend, get the deposit, because Deepika recently had a situation where she did not, a returning client, like,
You
like
just
someone
take
in
it-
the family,
yeah.
so she didn't take it seriously, and she did the same thing. She had another booking for, like, quite a lot of money, and then she refused that one because she already had such a big booking. She didn't want to overbook herself, and then they got canceled. But she never took a deposit, and she had spent money on ingredients, on material. That all went to waste. She bought boxes, like custom colored boxes for that order.
No,
and
like,
then
there is so much behind
lesson
the
learned. Like,
business.
friends or family, like, stay professional. Just because you're friends and family doesn't mean, like, you don't have to sign the contract. You don't have to give a deposit. Like,
sometimes I think even for our returning clients, like, who are coming to us, like, after 5, like, like, after 5 years, like, we work with clients. So, like, if they're regular clients, we're like, it's okay, just come. But we keep a spot for them. Don't, like, we just take it easy, but we should not.
But we should not, because you never know when it could bite you in the butt and kind of put a disadvantage to you, right? Like, these are all things that people don't know what we deal with behind the scene, right? Like, they just see us show up, but they don't see, like, the difficult clients we have to deal with, like the 10 million questions sometimes like people have about the simplest things.
Even Roman, that's like, we are just talking about the clients, the business, even the, going for a work, that you will get $80 a day for 8 hours. For us, everything is our business.
Yeah.
We still have to pay the same expense, whatever the someone is paying for 9 to 5 job, but they choose to go to 9 to 5 job, and we choose to have a business.
Yeah.
Like we like to have the business and then start up and build it for a long term. And as I said, like in the beginning for first year, I would say we just find out. Like when I was starting up my decoration business, the decor business. I'm sorry.
Well, you were there with me from day one, so
remember we were sitting on like how much we should. We both were sitting. Remember, and we were like, how much should we charge for this?
Yeah.
Because we were starting
sure,
up and no one was there to guide us.
Yeah.
It's our struggle every day. Whatever we did, friends, I just want to say, like, whatever me and Raman did in the life so far, we struggled for everything. There was no, like, we were looking around, we were searching, we were watching videos. We took, another thing I want to say, sometimes we do take online classes to find out more.
Yeah.
It's expensive. Another expense we pay for.
Yeah,
and it's expensive. Like it's $500 just for like 5 hours or something, and we learn a lot from them.
And we do it to like grow our business. There's one on Instagram, Jessie Cara. She's like a very popular event planner, and she kind of like works. Her whole thing is about like coaching other event planners and decor people. So like, I did her course, and she talks about stay true to your price.
Yeah.
Don't lower your standards to meet like other people's, because you know what, and completely agree with you. When you're starting off, like, yes, you do start off low because you can't compare your skill to someone who's been doing it for 5 years. Like even with you, I've told you so many times, like you say it so many times, like your skill level from when you started till now,
I can see a big difference.
And now your price justifies your work, because now you have had that skill, you have had the experience and everything, and it justifies why you charge more now. So we do understand when you are starting off, we all do start less, right? Because we're trying to be competitive.
Also, and we were like in the beginning, I am like still there. Like in the beginning, we don't know what our expense gonna be. All we think about is that, like, okay, going for 1 hour and getting the job done and getting this much pay, and
who
then that's
knew
it.
those poles would cost like $1,000?
Remember the first poles we ordered, and then
they were like $200 from AliExpress, and they were like the cheapest like stuff ever.
And we started up with those, so we were charging less, and now we have heavy duty, the $1,200 poles.
Yeah,
how can we charge the same? Exactly. We have grown up.
Yeah,
like our business is higher now.
And for like people who only see the backdrop, like yes, the house backdrop like 10 feet wide is like $300, but if I actually thought about the cost of the backdrop itself, like it's the backdrop, the stands itself costs $1,000, and then the fabric costs, like per strand, it costs like at least $25 each. So the whole thing probably costs like more than, so if anything, I'm putting myself more at risk than they are. But like I was saying, then but it's kind of like once you have established yourself, it's hard to make sure that we keep our, I guess, like standards high, but also like it doesn't mean that we don't. I feel like when we kind of keep our standards high, I don't know, agree with me or not, let me know what you think. I feel like we deal with even more complicated customers, because now we have to be like, no, I'm not going to charge that much, because that's not how much I charge.
You know what, did you ever notice, Raman, the people who were with you in the beginning when you were charging less, they're no longer with you when you are grown up, like when you grow your business and charge more?
Yeah, except that wedding that I just did. So that wedding that I had like really far away in Mono. So I did like, I remember, oh my God, these girls were so sweet. Okay, so in 2017 is when I did her sister's bridal shower, 2017. I started the business in 2016. So this was like my first summer, fresh out of like literally on the business. I remember the backdrop I did for them, and I can say confidently, like I'm way better now. So I would I would do a way better, but they loved it. So even until now, it's 2021, she was like, I was telling my fiance that like, you did such an amazing job, and like, and blah, blah, blah. And, you'll do a great job too. And I told her, I was like, I just started back then. I'm way better now. So I appreciate your confidence in believing in me, because if you thought that was good, like I'm going to make, and you know what? That was one of the clients that I did go above and beyond for her and her fiance's house. I did do extra, like things that
There
that I would
are,
charge
yeah,
for, I
but
put
they
it.
understand everything, right? Remember, Raman? In I remember when I came here,
Hmm.
so used to go do the groceries. They
Yeah.
were like, you just pay like whatever $60 and get a lot, like, so like for
Yeah.
a week it's per now you spend like $300
Yeah.
and it's like what you only get like five things in your cart.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know, right?
So how can we expect someone even like think
Like
leave
cost
the
of
skills,
living.
leave
Yeah,
everything,
you're
but how
right.
can person who charged 60 you expect the same after 5 years when the
Yeah.
grocery is not even the same? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I know, and that's what it is. I think people who own a business
Yes.
are a lot more understanding of price because they
Yeah.
understand that cost of living goes higher. You have to make profit too. And
Yeah.
we're all that way now. We even tell our dad now, like, listen, when someone comes over, we think it's a decent price. Like, don't try to negotiate because they have to make their living too.
And
Like,
second
who
thing,
cares? Give them
Raman,
the extra $100.
do you think people who go to work 9 to 5, what if they only make money off just going there,
Hmm.
whatever the gas they used,
Yeah.
and the work people only pay them for their gas,
Yeah.
and then sitting there on the chair for like say like okay like it's $14 minimum.
Like
They're
eight
saying like
hours. Yeah.
for 8 hours, right? You are only getting this much pay,
Hmm.
and then you can go home and then you go for a grocery. So for a whole day, you make like $90. Let's
Hmm.
just say, right? And then you go home, you go for the grocery, and your grocery bill is 120.
Yeah.
How can you just set it up for $14 when your expenses are way higher?
Yeah.
You will like he will rather go to a job who's gonna pay $20 to $30 and he makes like 200 a day and spend 120 and save 80.
Yeah.
So if we go out, we are not there just to get the money for our products and
Mm-hmm.
coming home
Mm-hmm.
and just have like more expense than what we work for.
Yeah,
We do want to keep
absolutely.
our profit, like we do
Yeah.
have like other things we want to do. If we are going out charging 120, if 80 is our profit,
Yeah.
sorry, 80 is our expense, and
Yeah.
for paying for the bill, that 40 goes to our saving. That's why
Yeah.
we work, we have a business.
100%. And sometimes like sometimes, and you and I both, we haven't even made profit.
Yeah,
Yeah. People
there
think,
yeah.
oh, there's profit off of every booking, and we're here to tell you, like, that's not true. You do not make profit off
Of
every
every
booking.
booking. Yeah.
I had, for example, a wedding, like my friend's wedding that I did decoration for. Um, I had a vision and I wanted to use these florals and stuff like that, got them made. The florals themselves cost like about $600, right?
I And you use
So
real flowers,
yeah.
which goes into waste after like 2 or 3 days. I
Yeah.
saw you using real flowers for like
Yeah.
centerpieces, and they're
Yeah.
so expensive.
I do not want to use real flowers anymore. But those ones, the $600 ones, were artificial, so I will
Yeah.
use them again. But it was like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to charge my client for those
Oh, for
flowers. It's
sure.
going to be
Yeah.
a part of their decor, but like me still choosing to invest in inventory because people need to understand, like we said, with whether it's decor or whether it's makeup, both things are actually really high price in inventory. They're not
Yeah.
things that you could just get for a couple of dollars. These are things that are going to cost like thousands of dollars and hundreds of dollars. So sometimes that the whole cost will go into inventory. And
Yeah.
you know what? At the end, we won't make any money. Yes, we've invested because we're reinvesting in ourselves and we're reinvesting in our inventory, but we made no profit.
Yeah, so we always keep backup poles. Remember one wedding you were doing and something happened to the pole and then you ran borrowed it from someone else?
Yes. Oh my God. Luckily I was able to get another pole like right away, but and that was just like luckily based on the location I was at. There's
Yeah.
another decor rental shop that was close by that I was able to go to, but yeah, like it's scary,
It's scary. Yeah, that's
And
what I
things break
said.
at
Like,
events too, right? And like
yeah.
stuff like that. So,
And then even like for me, like if we can say like whatever you buy, we can use it for the long term. But for you need a big storage,
mhm.
and storage costs so much.
We all
pay,
know that
yeah.
I just spent like so much money, hundreds of dollars on these shelves to organize all the decor in my basement, but I still and that was like another expense that I had
Yeah.
to take out. So, yeah, just to kind of like wrap it up that When running a business, if you do not run a business, you might not understand all the costs that go behind someone running a business. You might just think, oh, I'm just getting a service. Oh, I'm just getting hair and makeup. I'm just getting
It's just an
decor.
hour thing,
I'm
but
just
there's
getting
a
this.
lot behind it.
There's a lot that goes behind it, and it's important to understand that this is people's living. There's a lot of work that goes behind
Yeah.
it, and don't underestimate the amount of work that they put.
That's why, you know, like I know business people make more money than going to work
But
from
not right
nine to
off the
five.
bat. Not right
Yeah,
off the bat. Yeah.
not right. And but we do work really hard.
Mm-hmm.
If we just go to 9 to 5 job, whoever after 5, you are mentally free.
Yeah.
But for business people, we work till 12. We
Yes.
contact our clients back. We get the like whatever. There's a lot
That goes
behind.
on it.
Yeah, like behind the scene, I would say like we do. That's why we make more money
Yeah.
than going to work from 9 to 5. But we don't like. That's what I said. Like we struggle more.
Yeah.
We struggle 24/7.
Yeah, exactly. We're struggling. We're answering questions. People call us at random times.
Yeah.
Email us at random times, or kind of like have
But we
last
love
minute
it.
requests.
Yeah,
But
we
we love our
choose-
business,
yeah.
so we do choose to do it.
Yeah.
It's just it's important for people to, I think, know that like going to the business, like I said, it's not just going there and showing up. It's hours of work that we're spending beforehand, during, and after.
Yeah.
It's important to account that whatever price you're paying, it's not for the time that the makeup artist is just there. It's for all the time that you've spent cleaning your brushes before, packing your stuff, like, getting all your stuff ready, investing in anything that you need to, and the time that you spend, and then coming home and washing those makeup brushes and doing all
Even
those things
for
as
per
well.
person, Raman.
Yeah.
Like you have a pack for every person. It's
Mhm.
separate. You can't use the same for each person's face.
Exactly.
So like there is a lot behind going on, I would say, but like I like it's the whole purpose of this podcast is just to tell our experience. It's
Yeah.
not like we hate people. Like
We love
being
people. We
mean
love our
people.
business. We love
what
we do.
It's just the experience. I think when people like all business people will hear, they will be like, yeah, this is reality.
It's
you know?
relatable.
Like, yeah.
Like to
They-
every business person will be relatable. Like, your husband, my brother also owns a business, so he
Yeah.
also understands like we all talk about it, like annoying clients or complicated clients or clients that like want the
Sometime,
work but they
yeah.
don't want to pay the price for it.
You know what? Even Raman, if there are like 4 of your friends, each friend gonna have different mentality.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't know how it says like the positive vibe we get from client to client. Like suppose if I met one client, I just got the negative vibes. I feel like my energy is not like compatible with
yeah.
another person, but that doesn't mean that client is not good for another businessman.
Yeah.
Like maybe he's good for another business person, but just not for me.
Yeah.
Or maybe
absolutely.
I'm not good for them. It's maybe I will good for someone else.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's always good to search, know, and then just don't like and then discounts.
Oh,
when
yeah.
people say I too wanna come.
We did not talk about this, but we will add it on quickly. Okay, okay, I hate it when people ask me for discounts because the price that I'm giving you already is my best price.
Yeah.
And maybe there are people out there that try to highball the price, and then maybe like discount and blah blah blah. So I like to tell my clients that like the price that I give you is like
Is
my
all-
price. I'm
yeah.
not trying to play any games because people
They
ask
do,
for
Raman.
this, they
Honestly, even not people, even the business people, man, I saw they gonna suppose they are giving you the whole invoice for like $800. Oh, sorry, $8,000. Let's just say, right? And then when you ask for discount and stuff, like they always added higher in the beginning
Yeah.
and then reduce the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you feel that the front person or the front business person is already giving you a reasonable price, just accept it.
Yeah, like don't ask for a
Like,
discount.
It's not they only come to you. They've been through, like they shop around
Yeah.
and finally like talking to you, they know what other people charge.
Yeah.
If you feel like, okay, this is a reasonable price, don't ask for more discount.
And like, but what discount? We're not a store that we're giving 30% off. Like, what discount are people talking about? Sorry, I get so upset at this because
yeah.
people are like, can you give me a discount? Especially friends and family. It's like, oh my God, like guys, if you're, and this is why sometimes I don't like to do decor for
For
friends and family,
family, same
because
here.
that obligation of, oh, I have to give them a discount, I have to, now it's like I have to lower the price that I would go
Yeah.
do this for, right? And then you know what, sometimes like I've done it for my best friends. I'm like, this is part of your wedding gift, and I straight up told them, I was like, I'm not getting you a wedding gift, this is a
Yeah.
part of your wedding gift, like, and
Yeah.
I have straight up said that. But and you will have people like that, and they're understanding, they're like completely fine, they're not like, oh, she didn't give me a wedding
You know
gift.
what, Roman? It feels like, okay, you're going for a job. I
Yeah.
would say 9 to 5, and working for your uncle or
Yeah.
somebody, and they want,
And they want to pay you less.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you're you're
Yeah.
the relative or you're the friend.
It's like,
so they
no,
just don't
you're
wanna
still going out doing all this work. I hate, and that's why it's a little difficult when, oh, my nephew's
Sorry,
school alarm.
it's cool. Yeah.
But just to wrap it up, yeah, like we, you know, we are giving the best price possible. And you know, sometimes I do have to say it to people. I have to be like, hey, listen, like I don't do this whole discount thing. Like one time I had to, it was really awkward because like it's an awkward situation to put us in as business
Yeah.
owners. And I had to tell someone face to face one time, like, I don't do this discount thing. Like, I don't do this, oh, I'm going to give you this price and then I'm going to lower it to this price. The price I'm giving you is based on the design that you've shown me.
It's hard for small business.
Yeah.
It is really hard.
Like, what do you mean discount? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's really hard for small people to work on the price and then giving discount
Like,
on top of
because
it.
it's like if you're giving me a design and then
Yeah.
you're like, what is the price of this design? I'm giving you the price of the design. I'm not giving you the price of, oh, this, and then I'm gonna charge you less. Like, no, I'm giving you what the price is, right?
Yeah.
So, and same thing with you. It's like you have your prices for party makeup, bridal makeup. Like, what
Yeah.
discount are you guys talking
And
about? Or,
I feel-
oh, and when they're like, oh, but we're more than one person. Can you give us a discount? Oh my
so
god.
it's more work. The
Yeah.
work is gonna be the same. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We'll wait for one. Okay, we are done with one person. We come home. But for second person, we have to stand there, wait, and then they will come, and the third,
Yeah.
and then wait, and then the second wants something, and the third wants one. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like it does.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. People like don't ask for discounts.
What
There's
if-
no such thing as like, oh, the more people can we get a discount?
What if I
No.
say, okay, like there are more people, okay, I'm only gonna do eyelashes for one person and then lipstick for another person.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You ask for a discount, but you want the full service.
You want
What-
the full service.
Like what
it doesn't
discount?
make sense. Exactly. Honestly, this is just kind of to shed light on everybody who either, if you own a business, a lot of this might be a relatable because you
Yeah.
probably will have similar experiences. If you not have a business and you're the person on the other side of this, hopefully this will be like a little peek into what it is to the business owner and all the work and hard work and dedication that goes behind our work, and why it's hard for us when you guys are asking us for discounts, asking us for refunds back, asking us you know, to lower the price for you or do like a $500 thing for 300. So I hope you liked our rant, but also, you know, just kind of hopefully you got some insight on that.
Yeah, okay. Happy Thursday, everybody. Have a great day.
Happy Thursday. Thank you, everyone. Bye. And if you're not already following us on social media, follow us on Instagram and our YouTube channel at Level Up with Raman and Alysha. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, you can email us at ramanandalysha@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone.